Welcome to the mighty Mississippi River. And it's raining right now, which when you do a live video, expect rain. Okay, actually when you do any kind of video, you should really expect rain, but here's what's exciting. I am on a stretch of river I've actually never fished before, and it's all about doing a live video and doing something crazy. But I crazy because, like I said, I haven't fished this stretch, and there's a lot of people counting on me to catch fish right now. I mean, a lot is a bit of an exaggeration, but there's a little bit added pressure. But let's get to it, okay? You came here to watch a dude fish, right? And maybe learn something. I am using, this is a shocker, I'm sure, to most of you who watch another fishing show. I'm using a Berkeley power tube. That's a green pumpkin color on a 1/4 ounce tube. It's a 1/4 ounce slip sinker, and then it's pegged. And that hook is a 3/0 Gamakatsu EWG offset hook, and it's rigged weedless. And I'm really digging this stretch of the river because this is the upper Mississippi River in Minnesota. I'm digging this stretch because it's a bend, and it's very deep water, and when I get closer to the shore here, I can see some slack areas. In fact, I see one upstream here a little bit. I'm sitting in 8.5 feet of water, and that's you don't need to be fishing 8.5 feet of water, but it's nice to have this deep water nearby. And I see a little section up here. It's just the water kind of looks, I'll turn the camera and let you see. The water kind of looks, the water is kind of broken up and everything from the current, but there's a section up here that is just flat. So I'm thinking that is slack water. We're gonna have to look and see, but see if you guys can see that. It's right there. There's some just flat slack water. So I'm hoping that's a slack water area. All this here is, you can see it, it's just kind of unsettled water. But right up here we have what looks to be slack. It's just flat. That's what I'm gonna go up and fish. And I'm hoping they're loaded in there, I mean, why wouldn't I hope for that? So how's everybody doing? It's Black Friday. Any great shopping deals? Refrigerators, ovens, TVs. Anybody get any amazing deals? I'm not a shopper. And if I do shop, it's like, online at, Tackle Warehouse or something like that, Bass Pro Shops. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here a little bit. And what's interesting is I'm actually quite a bit of current here, which is surprising, but I'm gonna get past this current. It looks like there's a point up here, and hopefully that it's not a wing dam, but it's I'm hoping it's gonna act like a wing dam. Wow, and now we have some wind. This just happened when I went live. It wasn't this windy. This is what happens. Cameras, man. So there's a rock point that's coming out here, and I'm hoping, I'm getting in much shallower water. I gotta kind of watch myself in here, but I'm hoping behind this rock point we got some slack water. Hooked on Jesus kayak angler with Dennis Shields. Can I just shorten it and call you Dennis? Dennis? I am fishing on the upper Mississippi River, Dennis, in Minnesota. And we've got pretty nice weather right now. I mean, it doesn't look that nice, but it's pretty warm for Minnesota standards. It's about 50 degrees right now. I'm not wearing gloves. So I'm gonna get up to this area here. I just got through some riffles, and I'm hoping this rocky point, there's some dead water and we can catch some smallmouth behind it. But this is actually a pretty, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of current through here. So we'll see how this goes. There's a lot less current behind me, and I might fish that more, but we'll give this a whirl. And if you just joined me, I am fishing a power tube, a Berkley power tube, 3.5 inch green pumpkin on a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight, and I just got it rigged weedless. And this area right here is slack. It's going to be kind of tricky because we've got windage and we've got current to deal with. But what I'm liking about this spot is that it's calmer. It's more slack. We got a ton of current out here, but right here we got slack. You know, sometimes I've caught fish thinking it was a snag. I know this has got to be really exciting to watch me get a snag out, but I don't know if you guys ever do the bow and arrow deal. It can be very, very effective to get a snag, get a lure out of brush or a stump or rocks. Okay, so now I'm digging this. I got to show you guys what's up here because this is really looking like an awesome spot. So this little rock point right here is breaking current. Like right now I'm sitting in a big eddy that's slack. So right out here, a lot of current. Right here it's slack. So I'm hoping that we can catch a fish out of this area. What's nice about this is that, all right, we've got, I can't pronounce your name, but thank you for watching. A gentleman from maybe, well, I know far away. Maybe from Russia, maybe from Poland, I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Let's get serious. I got a feeling there's some smallmouth in the spot. I just gotta fish it right. And the wind is not helping me here. This should have some fish in here. We got a bigger rock right in here. And it's really surprising I'm getting as snagged as I am. I don't usually get snagged on the river. There's much more rock down here. Usually where I fish, it's wood. But here, there's a ton of rock, and I'm getting like stuck in the nooks and crannies. Thank you, Steve. I know I'll probably get on shore here in a second, but I like to be, I don't know, I'm stubborn, I guess. Hola! Wow, it's amazing. Constantly getting snagged right here in these rocks. Constantly. We got current. Just bear with me, guys. We got snags. So this cannot believe that I cannot get that out of there. Dive, dive, dive. Yes, Whisker Sticks. How you doing, brother? All right, so we're gonna get out here. Gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on moving upriver here. Worst comes to worst, I can go. Worst comes to worst, I can. Oh, what, amazing! Yeah, mid 50s here in Lubbock. Yeah, it's awesome. You're in Ohio, right, Whisker Sticks? So I'm going through some current, heavy current right now, and I'm gonna go upstream. I see another area that could have some slacker water, and if these areas up here don't produce, I'm just gonna go downstream. I know where there's a bigger hole and slacker water. But my trolling motor's gotta behave. And right now, the wind and the current. Okay, now I'm picking up speed. Here we go. Picking up speed. We're moving, slowly moving. There's a spot up here I want to fish. Yes, Whisker Sticks, I am in a kayak of New Canoe Frontier 12. And I think my trolling motor battery, we're moving now. I just want to get upstream here a ways. I'm in a riffle area of the river, and I want to see, you know, like any fisherman, I want to see what's past. I just want to keep on going farther and farther up and to see what we got. So if I can find a little area in here that's got, you know, where you got a bunch of current, but then it's slack, it should really put them, you know, it should be kind of like a pinpoint. It should pinpoint them is what I'm trying to say. I am using, I just got a comment, I missed the name, I apologize. I'm using just a typical trolling motor, like a 12 volt, I don't know the size, it's a, like just a deep cycle battery. You'd use like in a bass boat or something. All right, so I'm in an area here, a little bit more slack. We'll see what we got going on here. Because on the river here, especially this time of year, what raincoat is that and how do you like it? Is this good? What raincoat is that? This is a Hook rain jacket, and how do you like it? Are you south of Dan today or north? Always trying to get information out of me. I'll put it this way. I am between Dayton and Clearwater. How's that? In Minnesota, on the Mississippi River. And by the way, Grant, it's not that I'm trying to keep this information from you. It's that the fact that there's some people that, you know, I don't want to necessarily, if this is a honey hole for some people, I don't want to screw up anybody's honey holes. And I don't know. I mean, it's when you put something out into the internet, you never know who's going to see it. And that's why I don't like to give out locations. This time of year, I just drag this tube right on the bottom. As far as this rain gear, there's one right there. Got one. Got one. He's not big. He's not big, but I'm happy. He's a smallmouth, and he just got off. But he wasn't a big one. They get really big in this river. As far as the Hook rain gear, I like it, and I shoot for Major League Fishing, and Major League Fishing gives the camera guys Hook rain gear, and so I really like that it's free. That's probably my favorite thing about the Hook rain gear, is that for me it's free. But it's nice. It's light. You know, this stuff's lightweight. I haven't had any problem with it. You know, not staying dry. You know, or me. I've been what I'm trying to say is I've been dry in it. Most rain gear is not 100% waterproof. That might have been a fish, but so I'm basically in a little slack water area. The slack water is like right next to the shore, and I like this because it's a smaller area. In these smaller areas, it's a little bit easier to find them. Right there. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. This water's a little crazy. It's definitely not as slack as I'd like it to be in here, but it's not terrible. Water temperature is 43.7. Dennis, hey, what's up, brother? I missed that comment. The meal wasn't over when I was full. It was over when I hate if I saw here. Yeah, you know, you just keep eating. That's what Thanksgiving's all about, you know? Just gluttony. So I'm not even... I think I'm probably, my fish finder's got a lot of noise on it right now because of the current, but I'm probably sitting in about 2 or 3 feet of water. And again, the water temperature is 43.8 degrees. Andy, what's up? Good. Thanks for coming out here on the kayak with me. What am I doing tonight, Greg? I think I'm going out to eat with my in-laws. Why do you ask? Jacob? Andy, what's up, brother? Andy and I, we had an awesome time this summer on the Mississippi River. I was actually guiding Andy. I've been doing some guiding, kayak guiding. And Andy was one of my clients. I guide out of Clearwater's outfitting company in Clearwater, Minnesota. Yeah, so Nathan, I'm using a 3.5 inch. Can you see that? Here. I'm using a 3.5 inch Berkeley Power Tube green pumpkin. And 1/4 ounce tungsten weight. I have it pegged, and that's a 3/0 Gamakatsu EWG offset hook. How much ice are you seeing up there today? Had a bunch downstream on way. Jeremy, I'm not seeing any ice. There's no ice where I'm at. No ice, which I'm very thankful for. And there's a little slack area right here. This time of year I just dragged this tube. I'm not popping it or anything. The water temperature's cold. If I don't, I had a small one in here, but it's pretty turbulent water. So what I do as far as how I basically have my trolling motor. This is a transom mounted trolling motor. It's a Minn Kota Traxxas 55-pound thrust trolling motor, and I keep it tilted up, okay, on the transom, so I can go in shallow water with it, and I pretty much just keep it that way. So we're gonna go up. We're gonna try to get through these riffles and fish upstream of these riffles here. I'm gonna put it on full bore here. And hopefully this trolling motor battery has got enough juice. And this might be tough. I can see that there's quite a grade here, and it's getting shallow. Yeah, I'm not gonna go up. I can't go up any farther. So we're gonna go down. There's a bend in this part of the river, and this is as far as I can go because it's too shallow and the current's moving, and I can't go up any shallower. I can't go any. The trolling motor cannot fight this current. I can tell how much grade there is. I'm actually like kind of looking up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back around this bend, and we got plenty of deep water. It's actually slacker water. I just was getting greedy. You know, I'm the typical fisherman. I want to see what's around the next corner. So we're just gonna work back. Let's see here. I'm just gonna let the current take us. Actually, I'm gonna turn around right here. And we're just gonna go back down river here. And I'm not even using the trolling motor as far as it's not even powered right now. I'm just using it as a rudder to steer as we're going downstream. Hey, I'll let you look. See, this is that point that I'm gonna fish a little bit more. It's an awesome looking point. And we're just gonna, I'll just kick the trolling motor on. There's a big boulder, you might be able to see that. We're gonna go right through this chute. Right through the chute. Whisker sticks, no, I'm targeting smallmouth, my friend. So this area right back here, this is what we're gonna fish now. Try this again. I refuse to believe that there isn't a big smallmouth in here. Just bear with me. All right. So that's what I'm gonna fish, guys. I'm gonna fish this right here. Peterson bass, and I'm using, I'll show you here in a second. I am using a 3.5 inch green pumpkin power tube. I'll show you. That's what I'm throwing right there, 3.5 inch green pumpkin Berkeley power tube, 1/4 ounce weight. It's pegged, 3/0 Gamakatsu EWG hook. And I love power bait for smallmouth. I've seen firsthand that smallmouth are actually attracted to power bait. They're actually attracted to it, number one. But then when they bite it, they hold on to it. And I'll tell you a little story real quick. I was in a bass club when I was young. There are these guys in this bass club that would use power bait. This is no lie. They would feel a bite, they would open up the bail, let the fish have it until the fish swallowed it, and then they'd set the hook and they'd never lose a fish. Now, I think that's asinine and ridiculous, and it's no one should ever do that. But my point is that they think it's real and they try to eat it. So you have more time, you can kind of mess up, and like if you don't realize, oh, there's a fish on there, you have more time to set the hook. I know this sounds like a commercial, but Berkeley power bait is real. It's the real deal. It's not a gimmick, it's real. Okay, here we go. I hear you, Whisker Sticks. I love chasing catfish too. There isn't really a fish I've met that I haven't liked. This area should have them in here, I'm telling you. The only thing about it is that it's really easy to fish from shore. this area might get a lot of fishing pressure. It's the only thing that has me concerned about this spot. But this is like a no-brainer spot. I'm pretty much in slack water right now, and I got plenty of depth. It looks like we got like more rain coming in, which is always great. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Jacob, yeah, there's I feel like Berkeley Power swim baits. Looks like a little shad is way to hook inside the rubber. I catch small bass on them at work. Yeah, the thing about I'm not as worried about a like power bait if it's a moving bait, you know what I mean? Like if they're hitting it more out of a reaction. It's when, you know, it's for slower baits that I really believe in power bait. You know, like when a fish has time to really investigate a bait, I really want to, just in general, right now I really want to get this snag up. But just in general, I want to be fishing power bait for those baits that are slow, where the fish has time to really check out a lure. That's when I want it. I want to be throwing, you know, a power bait type of lure. What's going? Yeah, the Mississippi River is a phenomenal. The Upper Mississippi River is a phenomenal channel catfish fishery, and there's a lot of deep holes. You know, it's basically you're looking for bends in the river. That's one way to find a hole. I felt like I just had a bite right there. But yeah, this section of the river is really moving pretty good. And we got some sprinklage, some rain happening right now. I know there's a lot of different ways to catch smallmouth here. There's wade fishermen will oftentimes use I've heard about guys using soft jerk baits like flukes out here this time of year, which 43-degree water. You know, you'd think maybe that wouldn't be the best thing, but they're still relatively aggressive. But as far as, I just, you know, I think I wouldn't have a problem catching them that way. It's just, for me, fishing this newer section of the river, it's just easier for me to go with what I, you know, tried and true with the power bait. They're hitting on suspending jerks down here these days. Yeah, I hear you. That's the thing too. I could, you know, like soft jerk baits or suspending jerk bait, like a pointer 100 is an awesome bait for you know, in colder water. You can really kind of fish it like a worm. And a lot of time, I used to live in Oklahoma and Missouri, and they fish suspending jerk baits anytime the water gets cold, and you can just, you know, jerk it and then just kill it. And a lot of times they'll let the jerk bait, the suspending jerk bait, just sit for like a minute, not even move it. And that's when the largemouth will hit it, and smallmouth will do the same thing. I just missed that comment about the temperature being in Minnesota being 43. Yeah, that's a good observation there, that you noticed that. Yeah. What's going on? How can the water temperature be 43 degrees right here? Yes, Jacob. It's just because the water temperature can be, and I'm BSing right now, but the water temperature can be that you know, in a river that warm because the current creates friction. Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy, are you moderating? There's a fish. That's a bigger one. Finally. That's a bigger fish. Yeah. You can just tell how they hit. They're like, I don't know how big. This is a bigger fish. Oh boy. Yeah, he's a good one. There's a good, guys, we got a nice one on. And he's now decided to wake up. And I'm doing a terrible net job. I mean, terrible net job. Terrible. Don't net a fish like that, guys. Don't net a fish like that. Okay, yeah. So this is more of the quality that we're looking for here, guys. And that the thing about this fish, he's got a bunch of grass on him. But the thing about this fish is that he didn't like hit it hard. He just kind of grabbed it, and I felt the weight on him. Here's the deal. Like, that's another example. Like, he just had it, you know, and he was holding on to it. He wasn't bumping it, and I think that's when that power bait. Hold on, let me right my kayak here. I think that's when that power bait really excels. Like, if this was a normal, if I was using like a normal soft plastic, you know, without power bait in it, I think he would have just bumped it, felt that it wasn't, you know, alive or real, and then just quickly. With power bait, it sounds like a commercial. I swear, I have no affiliation with Berkeley Power Bait, okay, or Berkeley or whatever. But I think with power bait, they taste it. It tastes real to them, and you have way more time to set the hook. So that's my spiel, but I'm telling you, it's not BS. It's the real deal. There he is, guys. Let's let him go. This is what I do for a thumbnail later. Okay, back in the water you go. See you, baby. All right. Now, okay, so Matt, let me see what you're saying here. Sorry, brother. So you're down from a power plant discharge or something to keep the water that warm. Or it's just the friction of the current. Create, you know, up in Minnesota, we're up higher, you know. What the heck? So, what's going on here? Okay, so okay, sorry, I'm discombobulated. All right, some kind of aquatic vegetation. Yeah, it's current friction. Matt, where did you say you're from? Wisconsin? Happy to have you watching the live stream as I get swept down river here. Here's the thing about smallmouth on this river, they get a lot bigger than that. Janesville, Wisconsin, right on, brother. Where's that at? I've been to Wisconsin a lot. I used to shoot for The Next Bite, and I used to travel to Wisconsin. They're based out of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Actually, they're all over in Wisconsin, but I've traveled a lot there, working for Keith Cavias and Gary Parsons, Chase Parsons. All right. Shall we catch another one? Yeah, that one, there was no mistake in that, dude. Let's try this again, shall we? And again, I'm just, this time of year I don't pop it. You guys you've probably heard me say this enough times, but I just drag the tube on the bottom. It's nothing fancy. And you know, these fish, I'm kind of fishing in the shallower section of this spot. But what's fun is you can kind of find an area where they're just kind of grouped up, and they might be out here a little bit deeper. I'm trying to kind of swim it. Thank you, Nathan, appreciate it. I'm trying to kind of swim it over these rocks and not let the tube get into the rocks, because there's a ton of, this section of the Mississippi, there's a ton of rocks. Other sections of the Mississippi, it's more wood, and this one, it's, you know, rock like this size, a lot of rock. When you fish the head, when will you fish the head for wintering hole? Andy, I missed that. Are you saying when do I? So I think what you're asking is, okay, there I got off. Do I fish the head of the wintering holes? I really, what's really interesting, it's not so where I'm fishing, Andy, there's no doubt that there'll be smallmouth in wintering holes, but what I found is that they don't necessarily have to be holes. What's most important is that you find slack where they don't have to you know, fight the current. And if you can find slack, I've caught them in December right up next to the bank. But the common thread is that it's slack water. They don't, when the water temperature is cold, that's why they're in holes too, is they don't, those holes have no, you know, very little current. So I've just, you know, holes are great, but also I'm just looking on the bank, I'm looking for just a current break that's creating slack water, and they'll be in there too, and sometimes they'll be in there like crazy good. But I gotta kind of find where this sweet spot is in this part here, this spot, because really it can be just one right after another. If anything, it's just, I'm kind of surprised the fishing isn't quicker on this spot because it looks so good. So that's why I kind of wonder if it's got more, this spot has a lot of fishing pressure. Try out here a little bit deeper water. Dennis, I'm actually really considering doing that, fishing the KBF in La Crosse. Yeah, that felt like a fish right there. Yeah, that was a fish. Yeah, I love that area. It's a totally different river down there. So it's big, and you got largemouth in play. There's actually, it's kind of funny, there's largemouth up here, but they're few and far between. This is primarily up past Minneapolis. This is pretty much smallmouth territory. Getting too much into the current here now. Dennis, are you fishing that? That KBF? Have you fished any KBFs, Dennis? I've never fished a KBF tournament before. I've fished, you know, regular bass tournaments before. I've fished BFLs, but I've not fished a KBF. I don't know. I've fished kayak tournaments before. I've not fished a KBF tournament before. Kayak bass fishing tournament. The brand KBF is what I'm trying to say. I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon. Indiana kayaking, okay. I've done the online state challenge, Jeremy says. Pretty fun, but you have to be on the good largemouth to have a shot. Got it. I'm not gonna fish this spot much longer. You really don't, my experience is fishing these areas, you really don't have to stay too long on them. Like if they're there and active, like, you know, it's pretty quick. I love it when you don't have to wear gloves. There's some eddies across the river from where you are. Yeah, Jeremy, I'm about to head that way. I can kind of be stubborn on a spot. I feel like I need to cover a spot very well before I leave it. So I'm just gonna do, this is probably gonna be the last cast here. That's awesome, Dennis. All right, so I'm gonna do one more cast. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I gotta get up. I see this area up here where we got current budding right up next to slack water, and I gotta make darn sure that I'm not missing a spot on a spot, as they say. Right there. That feels like that might have been a fish right there. So if that was a fish, you know, I've got to make another cast. This will now be my last cast on this spot. Jacob, you guys go? If you're still there, Jacob Halls, are you guys night fishing tonight? I'll keep checking out the videos. Check out Hooked on Jesus Kayak Anglers sometime on YouTube and Facebook. Will do, Dennis. Appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you supporting another fishing show. It means a lot. And I've got a snack. I believe Luke is for sure. I haven't decided yet. Gotcha. You guys catfishing or doing some sturgeon? I'm doing some snagging right now. All right, so we're gonna move downriver here and we're gonna fish another spot. This thing's driving me crazy. Sorry. Sturge, yeah. River, oh gosh. That's awesome. That's good to hear. I think I'm gonna talk to Pete. Maybe we can do a collab like next week. We should do a collab next week. Sturgeon collab. I'll talk to Pete. All right, so this stretch is like really boring here. Turn the yes sir, that'd be awesome. The camera around. This stretch is kind of I got to get around that corner there. There's no current brakes on this bank, so it's boring, not exciting looking until I get around. Pete it's about time he ordered Beanie. Tell him thanks again. I wrote him a note in his order. Will do, Jacob. In fact, I have my Beanie in this kayak right now. So far, I don't think I'll need it because it's really nice out, but I'm just gonna go around this. You know, you see this point here? The current's headed out this way, and so in here, it's nice and slack. Relatively slack. So this is, we're gonna fish this area right here. We've got the dark clouds moving in, and this isn't a waterproof camera, but we're gonna, I'll take it. That's right, Jacob. It's a beautiful channel swing. I am gonna turn this thing around. Turning around. It's just spitting a little bit of rain. Nothing too concerning. So yeah, I'm gonna, let's see, we're gonna fish this. This is, so I was in very, I shouldn't say very shallow. Up there I was on, what am I trying to say? I'm not speaking English right now. I was in, maybe 4 feet of water up there. It was a little bit shallower water. Now I'm sitting in 8.5 feet of water. So I'm gonna get, who knows, these fish could be out in 8 feet of water. There's no reason why they shouldn't be in 8 feet of water, but I'm gonna first fish shallow water. I'm gonna fish the bank first, and then if I need to, I'm gonna come out deeper. That's the game plan. Fishing, it's all about game plans. And I'm marking fish. I love to mark fish. I'm marking fish right now on the bottom. Could be a big catfish right there. Serious rock down here. Yeah, I'm marking some fish on the bottom like crazy. Like crazy. I'm marking some serious fish on the bottom. So I will, and I'm sitting in about 7.5 feet of water. I'm marking a lot of fish in 7.5 feet of water. I'm gonna do a cast straight in front of me here. If you guys haven't done so yet, please subscribe to Another Fishing Show. Like the video. Tell all your friends and family about us. It's raining a little bit more now. And I'm gonna... That's the power tube I'm using. Berkeley 3.5-inch power tube. And we've got bigger drops now. Much bigger drops now. We're gonna try to ride this storm out. But this is a newer iPhone and I really don't want to ruin it. Ooh, I just saw a fish jump. look to be a smallmouth. It's always a good sign. I really don't like that it's raining as much as it is. God, it's amazing the rock in here. Can't get over how rocky it is. Much more rain falling now. Really testing the iPhone and how much water that it can handle. We did have sun earlier, but of course when I get out here, it clouds up and starts raining, which is fantastic. Okay, good to know, Jeremy. Jeremy Adair Kayak Fishing is saying that the rain won't last long. So I'm gonna really hope that Jeremy, there's a fish. See, that's the problem with YouTube Live, is that you read comments, and I like reading comments, but I totally messed that up. That was a fish, and he was like gnawing on it, and he was dunk dunk, and by the time that I was ready to set the hook, he was off. So yeah, bad. So yeah, hopefully this will lighten up the rain here and we can commence to catching a 4-pounder. That was definitely a fish. Ah, that makes me... Oh yeah, the wind started blowing too when I got out here. I just missed one. One just nailed it. Nailed it. Oh, I'm gonna catch one here shortly. I'm in the danger zone right here, no doubt. But the rain is still falling pretty good. If you guys just joined me, if there's anybody that just joined me, I'm fishing on the upper Mississippi River in Minnesota, between the cities of Dayton and St. Cloud. And I'm using a Berkley 3.5-inch power tube. All right, good luck. Thank you. Logan. Yes, Logan, what's up is back. What's up, brother? Get Slime Catfishing is in the house. Yeah, I'm fishing. I gotta skin hook this tube again, but yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using that. It's a 3.5-inch Berkley power tube, Texas rig with a 1/4-ounce tungsten weight. And I'm gonna, once I get you guys ever have like line issues where the line just wraps around your rod and I mean every fisherman deals with this. It's somehow it's wrapped 15 times around there. I have no idea how that happened. It ticks me off. And we're gonna catch one right here. I just missed that comment. I think that's a fish right there. That might have been a fish that I just missed. I might have missed a fish right there. It's hard to say, hard to say. Any puddle pickles yet? Puddle pickles. Puddle pickle. I'm not sure what a puddle pickle is. Enlighten me. Isn't this amazing technology? I say this every time, but I'm amazed at doing live video. It's incredible to me that you can broadcast live with your phone. I mean, that's amazing, you know? Oh yes, largemouth, puddle pickles. They are cute little pickles, aren't they? I like to catch really big, like, pickles, like more like cucumbers. That's the kind of largemouth I'm looking for. This wind is really taking me off. I'm gonna move down a little bit. The wind is really, really something right now. I gotta move down a little bit and get into more slack water here. I'm kind of discombobulated. Need to get into the current. I want the current to take me down river a little bit. This thing's driving me crazy. Get slime catfish. I pulled a 10-pounder a few years back. I kind of miss bass fishing. Well, you can always start. No one's I mean, go bass fishing. You can bass fish and catfish at the same, I mean, not at the same time, but you can do both. You know? Life's too short to say that you can only fish for one species. This thing, I'm telling you, is driving me crazy. Oh my gosh, okay, here we go. I gotta get into some slacker water here, guys. I want to catch a 20-incher on a live stream. That would be something. It's possible I can do it today. I can do it today on this live stream. I'm just trying to figure out how long I should live stream for. How long do you guys want me to live stream? We got plenty of depth here. It's just not slow until dark. Is that you, Jeremy? That's true. Usually when I bass fish, I end up catfishing. I don't know why. It just runs through my blood. Well, catfishing's awesome. I love to catfish, man. Dude, I just love fishing, just period. There's so many things that I love about fishing. I can't even. I love catching an animal that's like, you know, out there doing its thing, and then you feel him bite, you know, like that connection to, not to get all weird, you know, and metaphysical, but that connection to a creature, feeling it bite. It's way out there, it's out in the deep, you know, and you can hook it and catch it and then look at it. That's one thing that really torques me about fishing. I love it. Okay, now we're in slacker water. This is the danger zone, I feel like. You just got to stay in this area here, really. Yeah, it's about it, right? A bite, like, you know, feeling a bite or seeing a bite on your rod tip, man. It's it just torques me. It torques me. It just lights my fire, man. Lights my fire. I gotta come up with a better explanation of what it does to me. So I'm liking this area. A little slower current in here. And I'm sitting in 6.5 feet of water. I'm gonna cast right up to the bank. Do not be afraid to cast to the bank. I've caught a ton of smallmouths. Smallmouth on the upper Mississippi River, right off the bank. Have I bottom fished for catfish on the river? Is that what I think that's what the comment was. Oh, there's a fish there. I just missed him. God dang it. Yeah, it's much more slack water right where I'm at. This should be awesome in here. Should be able to catch a big fish out of here. The current is way out to the right of me, and where I'm at right here, it's slack. So This is, to me, would be a great wintering area. No, bottom bounce. It's literally like bass fishing for. Oh no, I have not. I have not done it. Hopefully, the Northwoods angling guys can teach me how to do that sometime. But it sounds awesome. To actually feel the catfish, bonk, that would be killer. Sitting in 5 feet of water right now, which is plenty of depth. Slower current where I'm at. I just got to be able to find where the mother lode of smallmouth is located. I'm thinking too that the fishing, as it gets colder, is actually going to get quite a bit better. They're not yet super packed up, and as that water temperature gets even colder, I think they congregate more into predictable areas, slack water areas. Very similar to using like a Zoom lizard with a bullet, oh, like a Carolina rig. So yeah, guys, if you're new to another fishing show, appreciate you watching, really do. And if you've subscribed, thank you very much. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to another fishing show. Like the video, share the video. You can even share this video right now to all your friends and family who like to fish. That would be awesome, because we need to get the word out. We need to get the word out. 3-way rig, yeah, yep. I've actually done a shoot. I'm a freelance videographer. I did a shoot one time for walleyes with the three-way rig. Very similar, like, to a rig that you'd use for catfishing, but instead of bait, so basically 3-way rig. You got the main line and then a dropper to the weight, and then on the leader goes to it was like a rapala, like a floating rapala. That's how they were catching the walleye doing that. But you can do the same thing. Instead of a rapala, like a floating plug, you can use, for catfish or whatever, you can use bait of some sort. Should be, yep. Should be able to catch a fish in here, guys. If not, we're gonna keep on working down. There's a fish right there. There he is. This is a good one, guys. This is a good one, guys. He's fishing. You know what? He's fighting like a catfish. This might be a catfish. No, it's a big. Dude, this is a big old smallmouth. He's so big. He's so big, he's got no energy, number one. He's big and lethargic. He felt like a catfish. This is a nice one. Hold on, guys. I don't have him hooked very well, I don't think. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna beach this because this is a Leviathan. I mean, when you think that you've got a catfish on, so that fish, I got to remember, he was out deeper. Okay, this fish was out deeper. I'm thinking he was probably in. I'm gonna beach this thing. He's probably in about maybe 8 feet of water, and still it's slower current. This is a big old fish, guys. I'm gonna beach it. There's a sand beach up here. Yeah, dude, wait till you get slime catfishing, wait till you see this fish. And I don't want to, I exaggerate, so I don't want to, hopefully I'm not exaggerating right now. But this is a big fish, man. Okay, I am beached. Okay. This is a good one, guys. And he was, the weird thing about this is I hooked him on the lower jaw, which hardly ever happens. This is a, look at this guy. Guys, can you, I mean, by the way, I'm the only one out here. Everybody's like Black Friday shopping right now. Look at that fish. Look at that. Yeah. Hey, I love this river. Let's do this way. Look at the tail. That's exactly right. So river fish, they get these tails on them. These river smallmouth get these tails on them that are so broad because they need that big broad tail to fight the current. That's one of the biggest smallmouth I've caught on the upper Mississippi River right there. I mean, okay, so I want to get this fish back in the water. It's not cold, so, you know, it's not super cold out. I'm going to wet this, the trough here. And this is oh my goodness. Gosh, he's so close to 20 inches. I can't get... Are you touching 20, dude? Guys, that right there is a 20-inch fish. His mouth is open. Okay, so his mouth, the bottom jaw is hitting the board, and that's a 20-inch fish. I'm not lying to you. I promise you. Look at that dude. Okay, so we gotta release this guy, but look at that. Oh, I can't tell you how much I love this river. It's such a fishery. Golly. All right, thank you, brother. Beautiful fish. And there he goes. Why would anybody, if they had an opportunity to fish, why would anybody not be fishing right now and like shopping? People that shop, they don't really, I mean you got to shop, I guess, but for fun, shopping for fun. I mean, unless it's like at a Bass Pro Shops or a Tackle Warehouse or a Cabela's or something. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now. Yeah, well, right. Yeah, you got to work, right? But I'm saying if you weren't working, if you had like the Friday off after Thanksgiving, you've got to go fishing. How long do you guys want me to live stream? I mean, I just caught a 20-incher. And I was just saying I wanted to catch a 20-incher. And that was like a lofty goal, and it just happened. Jared, I would be 100% on the water here until dark, dude. We voted. What time? Hey, Jeremy, what time does it get dark? Dude, that's such a big smallmouth, man. I honestly, he was fighting weird because he was hooked on the lower jaw, and yeah, and so he was fighting. He felt like he was rolling, like a catfish will do a lot of times. And so that's why I thought he was a catfish. But he was super lethargic, just going, you know. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to go right back out there. So he was in deeper water. I would say he was in about 7.5, 8 feet of water. And here's what I'm not telling you. Well, I'm going to tell you actually right now. Is I've been fighting having to go to the bathroom. But I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna hold it. You know, I'm in my 40s now, and you younger guys, when you hit your 40s, your prostate just does not have the wherewithal that it did, you know, when it was younger. It just, you have to go to the bathroom all the time, and I've just got to fight through it. Just got to fight through it. All right, we're going back to the danger zone. So I'll show you kind of just what's happening here with the river. Maybe maybe we'll go another 20 minutes on here. How does that sound, guys? Because I do have to go fishing with my wife or I have to go to dinner with my wife and in-laws tonight. We'll see how it goes. I gotta re-rig this tube a little bit. That's good. And I'll show you. That was a flippin' giant, man. I'll just kind of show you what this is looking like. See, I'm sitting in. It says I'm sitting in 5 feet of water. Yeah, I am sitting in 5 feet of water. I guess that fish came out of 5 feet, but I'm off a ways from the bank. But I'll flip the camera around. So you got the current coming out this way, okay? It's moving out this way. So right here is slacker water, and I caught that fish about right in this area. A little bit deeper water, still slack, but closer to the main current there. So now you know. And here we go. This is a very, very, very sexy spot here. I'm telling you, man. I love the power tubes. That boy. Oof. The thing is, you get on the right area here where I really kind of dial in where they're at, and it can be run one right after another. He was, I mean, I don't know. Now I'm in like, I want to say he was between 5 and 7 feet of water. Gigantor. I've not caught a smallmouth on the upper Mississippi River yet bigger than 20 inches. Should we make that the next goal? Try to catch within 20 minutes here? Try to catch, or I guess it's 18 minutes now. Try to catch one over 20 inches? That's okay, that's the next goal. That's what we're doing now. We're getting greedy. Guys, share the video. I mean, even if you'd like to share it right now, spread the word about another fishing show. Spread the word that I'm out here, you know, fishing. If you like what we're doing, you like our content, really appreciate it if you let people know about us. And let's see here, I gotta get back. Back up to this area. Wow, I'm in 11 feet right here. So this basically comes down to just a big hole behind me. And I'm sure in that hole, there's all kinds of critters living in there. Not just smallmouth. Incher. Ooh, gosh. Can I catch a smallmouth bigger than 20 inches now? That would be something. I was about to set the hook right there. It was just solid feeling. Sitting in 7.5 feet of water. We have a 41-degree water temp. And I'm just dragging this on the bottom. Nothing fancy, no pops or anything like that. too far down off this area. I gotta look at the bank to get a frame of reference where I am on this spot. I should have marked a waypoint where I hooked into that fish so I can just come back to it with this kayak and stay more in the location of where that fish was caught. But I've got to look on the bank for like at a tree just or something as a frame of reference so I know how far I've been swept down. But I moved too far off that of where I caught that fish. There's a fish on the bottom right now. Lots of fish on the bottom right now. I'm gonna make a cast right. So there's a tree that I'm looking at on the shore, and I'm just trying to stay kind of even with that tree. I'm marking a lot of fish on the bottom here, so I basically made a cast right in front of me, and I'm letting the current take the tube down. Yeah, this is really, there's some really good looking stuff on the bottom right here. In fact, I'm gonna cast right in front of me here. Ton of activity right on the bottom. Imagine, they could be catfish, they could be smallmouth. Golly. Yes, Andy, winning! Hey guys, I just got a phone call. I apologize for that. I just got a phone call I had to decline. I'm glad you're here with me. I'll decline every phone call while I'm going live here. But I'm seeing a ton of stuff on my fish finder here. And the trick is, I'm looking at a tree on the shore. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff right here. I'm looking at a tree on the shore to kind of keep me in the same area where I'm seeing all this activity on my fish finder. This is kind of the area where I caught that 20-incher just a few minutes ago. But they're definitely fish, but I don't know if they're smallmouth or not. They could be catfish, could be carp. I'm basically right in an area right before it drops into a deeper hole. I'm in 9 feet right now, but then it drops into even deeper water out there. That felt very fishy right there. Very fishy. I'm hoping I can find just an area where there's a bunch of big ones. There are a ton. I mean, there's a ton of stuff right below me here. What I might do is I might even move out a little bit deeper and cast into where the kayak is right now. Because I'm gonna make a cast right in front of me and work through this area where I'm seeing all this activity here. It's tough to say. I don't know if these are if these are smallmouth or not. If you just joined me, I am fishing on the upper Mississippi River in Minnesota, and I'm going for smallmouth bass. I am throwing a tube, 3.5-inch Berkeley power tube, and I just caught a 20-inch smallmouth live. A fish of dreams. All right, so I'm gonna, out in this deeper, I'm in 12 feet right now. Out in this deeper water, I don't know if what I'm seeing, they might not be smallmouth. They might be catfish or carp. I'm gonna go up a little bit shallower. I caught that 20-inch smallmouth in about 7 feet of water. So I'm gonna kind of concentrate on that depth. And it's a little bit, as I get closer into shore here, it's more slack water, which is what I wanna find this time of year. Water temperature, it's interesting, when you go out deeper, water temperature is 39 degrees. I want to get closer to the shore. Water temperature is warmer next to the shore, and it's slacker next to the shore. So that's really the area that I want to be concentrating on, I think. A 20-incher smallmouth. Smallmouth. Got a gentleman on the shore asking me what I've caught, and I just got a text from my wife saying that. What's that? Smallmouth. Yeah. There's, that might have been a rock. I just got a text. Is that the dude? Jeremy, I see one dog right now. But yeah, I just got a text from my wife that she said that that they're having dinner at, I believe, 6. So I'm gonna have to, let's give this live stream maybe 7 more minutes. We'll go 90 minutes on this live stream. And I need all of the positive vibes of everybody watching this right now. I need you to direct it to my Berkeley power tube. Because I gotta go to dinner. I cannot upset my wife. She will not take this nonsense, you know, of me being out here and not spending family time with her and her parents. Okay, that's not. I've got to be a responsible husband. Oh wait, oh hi. Oh, my wife is actually watching right now. Yes, Andy, happy wife, happy life. That's exactly right. Thank you, Jessica, my wife, my wonderful, beautiful wife. I just got a 20-incher. Did you see it? One of the big, I mean, honestly, I've only caught 2 20-inch smallmouth on the upper Mississippi. And granted, I haven't been fishing the upper Mississippi River that long. Some guys have lived here all their life, but not me. But to do, you know, to catch, no, sorry, just tune in. Oh, I'm glad you're here, baby. But to be able to catch, you know, a 20-incher live streaming is, I feel very fortunate. How much time we got? We got 5 minutes, guys. I got to catch a giant right here. Jeremy. I gotta concentrate, guys. I'm in the danger zone here. I'm in the danger zone. We got 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes now to catch a giant. I mean, I've already caught a giant, but let's say a 21 incher. Wow, can you imagine catching a 21 incher? Come on, come on. All right, all right, all right. Come on, Greg, get your act together. We got, what do we got? We got coming up on 4 minutes. Coming up on 4 minutes. What time is it right now? I don't even know what time it is, guys. Central Standard Time. Give me the Central Standard Time. I gotta be home by 5:30, Sugar? What time is it right now? It's 2:56. Is that true, Jeremy? Or are you lying to me? Just so I stay out here longer. I cannot face the wrath of my wife. She's actually very, very sweet. But I got a piece of some kind of aquatic vegetation on my... Let's see here. What time is it, guys? It's Two-Faced Swear. Are you supposed to be out picking up cranberry sauce? Happy Thanksgiving, you and Jessica. Clearwater's Outfitting is in the house. Is that you, Dan? Dan Muir, Clearwater's Outfitting. Love the guy. I did some guiding for Dan Muir at Clearwater. I feel that breeze. It's getting cold on my face. I did some guiding for Dan at Clearwater's Outfitting Company this summer. Awesome time. We're going to do it again next year. Come up here. This river's incredible. I'm telling you, it's incredible. Yes, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Well, my wife says thank you, Dan. You too. But yeah, Clearwater's Outfitting in Clearwater, Minnesota. I'm a huge fan. I was guiding for them this summer. We're going to do it again next summer. Sign up. Call Dan Muir at Clearwater's Outfitting Company and sign up for a guide trip with yours truly on the upper Mississippi River in Paradise, also known as Minnesota. All right, how much time? Am I ending this in 2 minutes, or am I going to keep on fishing? That is the big question here. You love it, Dan. You love it. I just gush over Clearwater's Outfitting Company and Dan Muir. Dan was just in Iceland, eating all kinds of weird, there's crazy food in Iceland. Crazy food. And like really smelly food. Like rotten shark. Like they eat rotten shark in Iceland. Hey to Andy. Andy's saying hi to Dan. Andy was one of the, if you missed it, Andy is one of the gentlemen I had the pleasure of guiding this summer. Andy, awesome to have you here, brother. Guys, gonna give it a minute. I think I'm gonna give it a minute. We got 1 minute. And we will call this live stream over. Maybe the last cast right here. I'm a little bit, gosh, I'm so far. I'm too far away from where I caught that 20-incher. Quick, try the whopper plop. Yes, where's my whopper plopper at? Unfortunately, this is a kayak with only tubes today. No whopper ploppers. Guys, we're gonna do one last cast. I'm gonna get up to where the area where I caught that 20-incher, and then we're gonna call the live stream over. And actually, I got to get on shore and urinate. I hate to be, blunt about it, but yeah, I've been holding it. Wow, yes, Brenda. Hi, Brenda. I am not looking for girls for sex in my city, but if there's anybody else watching this live stream right now that is, give Brenda a call. All right, right here. Jeremy, weren't you supposed to be like moderating that? I've been hacked. Yes, that could be the Russians, Jessica. Brenda, are you Russian? Thank you, Jeremy. You the man, brother. We might do one. Gosh, we might. I'm seeing them. Oh, that felt very fishy, guys. There's a break right here, and there's a fish. God, it's. All right, this is the last cast. Right here. This is the last cast, guys, and then I got to go on shore and take care of some business. All right, we're gonna do one. It's not the last cast. I'm not fishing this right. Until I get one good cast that I feel like I'm fishing this area right, then this is gonna be it right here, okay? This will be the last cast, I promise. Last cast, coming up right here, guys. Can I close this live stream with a smallmouth? Here we go. Last cast. Done. Guys, I am done. I really appreciate you watching, and it would be awesome. I'd be so honored if you subscribe to Another Fishing Show. If you haven't already, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe. It's the best way to support us. Like this video, share this video. If you like any of our other videos, we got a lot of videos now. Our feature episodes are what I'm most proud of. Check those out in our playlists. Thank you, guys. It was awesome. Now the sun's coming out. This is just how it works when you do a live stream and just video production in general. Thank you. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Bless you. I mean, yeah, bless you.